Okay, so in this Math 2, we're going to do 6, 17, and 20 from Chapter 1. And there's really not that much going on in this homework assignment, except you just have to read and digest. Number 4 is pretty self-explanatory. Number 6, see, Camille loves guessing games. She'll tell you a fact about her shapes if you can guess what it is. Refer to the math notes box in this lesson if you need help with the vocab. The math notes in this lesson should give you an idea of, or remind you what reflection, rotation, and a translation is. In this case, she's really just looking for a triangle that has only one line of symmetry. So basically, if you take this triangle and you flip it over the line of symmetry, is it going to stay the same? And it can only have one line of symmetry. It can't be like a triangle where if you draw two lines, then if you flip it upside down, it'll also have a line of symmetry and it'll look exactly the same. That's not what you want. You only want one line. And then my triangle has 3 lines of symmetry. What kind of a triangle is it? Use your, use your knowledge, your basic knowledge on which triangles it might be. So you only have a couple of triangle options for A and B. You have either an isosceles triangle, you have either an equilateral triangle, or you have a scalene triangle. So those are your only 3 options for A and B. And then for C, it says a quadrilateral has no lines of symmetry, but it does have 180 rotation symmetry. So what is it? Again, just use your basic quadrilaterals. Your choices are, I'll write them out for you in case you don't have your paper with you. You either have a basic quadrilateral, so just any shape that has 4 sides to it. You either have a square, you can have a rectangle, you can have a rhombus, you can have a kite, and you can have a trapezoid, or an isosceles trapezoid. So, am I missing anything? I probably am missing something. It's too early in the morning for me to remember right now. Or just a regular quadrilateral, or any 4-sided figure. It could look kind of funky or not. But it has no lines of symmetry. So if you draw a line in the middle of it, if you flip it over that line, it's not going to look the same. But it does have 180 rotation symmetry. So if you rotate it twice, right? 90 degrees, 1 turn, 180 is 2 turns, then you should have some rotational symmetry. Okay, and then 17 says, if no sides have the same length, the triangle is called scalene. So I'm pretty sure you've heard of this before. Might remember the triangles has at least 2 sides that are the same length. It's called isosceles. So those are 2 vocab words. Scalene, if no sides are the same, so every side is different. And isosceles, if only 2 sides are the same. So you can have it could be an isosceles trapezoid, right? I mean, it could be, so use the markings or description in each diagram below to decide if triangle ABC is an isosceles or scalene. Assume the diagrams are not drawn to scale. So please don't fall for the trick of part C. Part C is asking you for triangle ABC. It's letting you know that the whole thing ABCD is actually a square. So if it's a square, that should give you an indicator that all 4 sides are going to be the same. So then for triangle ABC, which is technically this purple one right here, what type of a triangle is that? Is it scalene or is it isosceles? And then 20, which is kind of fun. Copy the Venn diagram below on your paper. Show what each person describes. So somebody out here. So the problem is I kind of don't like the way they sort of kind of did this. So people outside the circle are not the people who study a lot for class. So the people who study a lot for class are actually everyone in this purple circle right here. And everybody in the orange circle has long hair. So if you don't have long hair and you don't study for class, you should be somewhere out here in the boonies, like anywhere out here. Whee! Okay? If you don't study for class and you don't have long hair, you should be outside the 2 circles. Now, if you study for class and you have long hair, you should be right in the middle, because everybody who's both goes in the middle. Purple, only purple, I guess I should say, is somebody who only studies for class a lot but doesn't have long hair. And then somebody who is only in the orange section, which is just a little like half moon thing going on here, has only long hair but they never study for class. So look at the 4 descriptions of Carol, Bob, Pedro, and Toby and make sure they are appropriately placed in their right spots. Okay? And if you have any questions, please see me at lunch. Thank you.